Okay. I had a vision. I had a vision. I stood before the throne of heaven, representing earth, and with a loud voice I cried to the Most High, listen, on earth there's been an attack. It's a dire situation. An entire generation been taken, and God, you have got to take them back. They are without fathers, without dreams, yet within them lies tomorrow's seed. Yet they believe the fallacy of the forbidden tree. They are blind to what's inside of them. Don't even know there's an enemy fighting them, serpent biting them every time they lighten them trees. Heat rising, compromising to please. I said an entire generation's been taken, and you have got to take them back. And in an instant I was silenced by his eyes, and he didn't even have to speak. I knew what he was thinking. If we are indeed his body, his heart, his hands, his feet, then we have got to take them back. So I stand before you humbly, yet boldly to stand in the gap. I'm just a girl far from flawless or blameless, nobody famous, got plenty of places that need changes, but y'all, I've come with the word that was birthed in the fire, and I've come to disturb the words of the liar and his entire empire. I'm fierce and ferocious, serving notice, so note this. I'll be that poetic, prophetic utterance, still stuttering Moses, yelling, let my people go. I said I've stood by too many coffins too often. Time to let my people know. And I'm sorry you may have it twisted. If you just came to see the bishop, you missed it, because what you're about to see displayed in this place is the faces of a generation recreating, shaping their world. Their heat holders mean street soldiers. Bumper tree can't be defeated soldiers. They can't be beat, just ask the odds. They can't be beat, just ask their God. They know who they are, they know who they're for. If that's you, let your feet hit the floor and say, we're ready for war! Here we go. Check it, y'all. See, in the beginning was nothing, just a God who saw something. A God with a dream. And 3 words later, let there be, caused all to be. We believe in creation. We believe in creation and a creator who's creating new things as we speak. And in his image created he we. So recreating is just part of our creed. I said recreating is part of our creed, but our ability to recreate begins with our ability to dream. And it's not just his story, it's been this way through his story. Those who left their mark for better or worse didn't necessarily have the means, but they had the audacity to dream irrationally, think passionately and emphatically, like downright borderline erratically, as if it could actually be. They knew factual things are the seed of radical dreams. So if you don't believe me, about to come with me for a walk through history. Check it out. This is not what it seems. Eyes open, he dreams. No limits, no box. He sees what we cannot. Better said, he saw. Invisible hands, feet, arms linked tight, heads held as high as the price of seeing his people as equal, and the cost of his cause was his life. But in his eyes, to die for the sake of justice was just as honorable as living for it. See, he sincerely felt that the way a man fought was not at all what made him fit to live. Point taken, point valid. And if life is a song, his was a ballad, beautifully scored, performed with passion. He perfectly patterned his breath, so even in his death he exhaled ever so deep, and as he last breathed, he simultaneously infused his dream into the fiber of an entire nation's being. And we sing the notes of his song, cause he saw what we could not. Eyes open, he dreamed and recreated reality. Reality check, let's flip the scene. This is not what it seems. Eyes open, he dreamed. No limits, no box. He saw what he should not. And what he saw, he caused to be. Arousing passion by speaking passionately, asking man to pass on such things as humanity and surpassing insanity. Masses followed his lead. Their cause was calamity and timeless tragedy. Cries heard through the halls of of eternity as unmeasured blood flowed from the veins of those God himself had called his chosen. Yet this man claimed this was God's work and none should oppose him. His words frozen in my mind. He said, and I quote, "He alone who owns the youth gains the future." He alone who owns the youth, by the way, that's you. And with the assurance of a sleepwalker, he lived and died, manipulating minds he saw as weak, lulling them to sleep. He reeked with the odor of a deadly dream that man should be cruel as nature, and hatred leaked from his pores, while scores of innocent fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers were subject to his scheme. And it was even worse than it could seem. Eyes open, he dreamed and recreated a tragic reality. Reality lies in the slums of Calcutta, from the ghetto to the gutter, with this one they call mother put a face to the uttermost, while others chose luxury. She preferred poverty, and to grind with humanity she defined humility. Could have laid her head anywhere, been hailed a celebrity, but she'd rather be honored in eternity by the one she loved eternally. In this world he'd be all she'd need. He'd made her rich from the inside out with the wealth she'd never run out of. So the more he gave, the more she spent her life giving, touching, loving the broken and untouchable, unlovable. This nun took the uns off of adjectives naturally by adding a supernatural element called love. And while she was writing history, all she ever claimed to be was the pencil in the hand of a God we can't see. Eyes open, she dreamed and recreated reality. Reality too hot for TV. He hailed from the dark streets of Marcy, where PJs were more than what you wore to bed. They were where you laid your head and slept light, cause any given night could be your last. So every blast from a 9-shot chills up your spine, and you still hadn't cleaned your black suit from the last time. And there's only a certain amount of walls left to graffiti. Indeed, he needed a dream if he'd see past 19, and boy, did Hov have one. He went from ducking cops, slinging rocks on the block, to pockets full. Baby, the rock got this paper pull. Just forgot to tell y'all that whole life is bull. And I know Deuce's lyrical flow is oh so dense. Only problem is he spit in the wrong tense. He traded was for is, do for did. Had the boys on the block convinced they all still see through the same lens. But I'm sorry, while you following a hearse, rehearsing his verses, conversing in curses. What's worse is reversing this hurt is not his problem, boo. It's far from. He's got 99 of them, and you ain't one. Come on, dude's not dumb. He knows what he wants, and no cost is too high.